excited to bring up Rey Perez. I told you the other day that I was like fangirling because I was like, who did you just put me in contact with, Kendra? Like, what? I love him. He is such an incredible businessman, and I didn't know that he was hashtag Team Jesus. I somehow missed that memo somehow. And so when I got to talk to him about this event and why he wanted to come, I was like, come on, let's go. And I didn't really talk to him a lot like I have other speakers and said, well, tell me what you got going on and, you know, what do you want to create? And I was just kind of like, I don't know, the Lord didn't tell me I had to do that. Just let Ray go. And so I'm excited to see what he's going to do. Let me tell you a little bit about him, and then we have an awesome video to show you, and then we'll bring him on out here and see what God has next for us. So our next speaker is best-selling author, an award-winning speaker, TV and podcast host, elite business coach, and philanthropist. He leads mastermind groups and business seminars around the world, empowering entrepreneurs to dominate their niche. Ray has shared stages with icons like Les Brown, Jack Canfield, Bob Proctor, and Kevin Harrington. With nearly 2 decades of sales and marketing experience, his expert team builds world-class celebrity brands. His journey began in Miami's high-end nightlife scene, where he discovered the power of video and social media marketing to engage audiences and expand influence. In case you guys didn't know, he is the #1 global brand expert. That is who is coming to this stage. I lost my place, so I'll start over. Just kidding. His journey began in Miami's high-end nightlife scene, where he discovered the power of video and social media marketing to engage audiences and expand influence, skills he now uses to elevate top professionals worldwide. Let's roll the video on Rey Perez.
How we doing this morning? That's how I like to start off the day. So I'm super excited to be here. Very honored. And we're going to put a quick headset on me while we do this. There we go. Look at that. Beautiful. Woo. All right. Does anyone here in the room like to have fun? Oh, beautiful. We're going to have some fun today. Yep. All right. All right. Check. There. Beautiful. There we go. Awesome. I like to be able to use my hands. So we're going to start off with a little exercise, if that's okay with everyone. Did anybody actually exercise this morning? Where's Dr. Kathy? I know she was exercising yesterday. All right. All right. So everybody stand up and put all your stuff down, and you got to kind of spread yourselves apart, like kind of arms length, so you don't hit anybody, because we're going to be moving our arms around. All right, yeah, spread out. There you go. And if you're in the back, come closer to the front, because I can't see you. And this is super important, okay? So we're going to practice first, all right? And this is a test. This is a test on your attention skills, okay? All right. So hands and fingers wide apart. And when I say so, you're going to close your hands like this. So when I say so, all right. So when I say go, we're going to close our hands like this. When I say so, all right, when I say go, we're going to close our hands like this, and we're going to close our fingers together. So let's do one practice. Go. Okay, ready? All right. Tension skills. All right, ready? When I say go, we're going to go. All right, ready? Go. Look at your thumb. Which thumb's on top, left or right? All right, remember that, okay? One more time. When I say go, he's like, not me, it wasn't me. All right, when I say go, we're gonna close our hand. Summer, I need more than 60 minutes for this presentation. All right, go. Same thumb on top? No? Okay, interesting. All right, let's try it one last time. Ready? Go. Same thumb on top? All right. This time, I want you to intentionally try to switch to have the opposite thumb on top. Okay? Ready? When I say go. Good job. All right, ready? Go. Who was able to do it? All right, let's try it one more time. Ready? Opposite thumb on top. Ready? Go. How does that feel? Weird, awkward, uncomfortable, right? And that's kind of how it feels when we step out of our comfort zone, right? It feels awkward, uncomfortable. We don't like it. Strange, foreign. So what do most people try to do? Stay in their what? Comfort zone. But you may or may not know that when you actually step out of your comfort zone, what is possible? Growth. Growth is only possible when you become uncomfortable. Is this making sense? So I'm going to challenge you to consider every time you're uncomfortable to be like, oh, there's an opportunity for growth here. Because if you're always comfortable and you stay in the comfort zone, then no growth will occur. You with me on this? All right, give yourselves a round of applause. Grab a seat. All right, got a clicker up here. Got a confidence monitor somewhere. I don't see my next slide. Marcelo, you back there? Let's see. Let's click and see what happens. Okay. All right. So I don't see the confidence, but I can look back. So I'm going to talk about how breakdowns lead to breakthroughs. Anybody know what I'm talking about? All right, so not a lot of you, so this is going to be a great presentation. And how to achieve true success. Does anybody know what the definition or your definition of success is? Shout it out. What's success? What's success for you? Speaking your purpose. Obedient to God. Souls. Okay. Now let's keep something in mind. We all are spiritual beings on this planet called Earth, in this skin suit, right, that we're wearing. So we are still involved in this space that we're in this time. So what is success to us human beings here on Earth? In my experience, success seems to always be something in the future. When I get that promotion, when I get that new car, when I meet that special person, success for some reason always seems like it's when something happens, I will be successful. Anybody experience that? People you know, right? And I want to share with you that true success has nothing to do with the future or needing to have something, but you can actually be truly successful every single moment of your life. Would you like to learn how to do that? Yes. So I actually learned this from a very high-level Navy SEAL that gave this amazing presentation that just blew me away and stayed with me forever. So I want to share this wisdom with you. And what he explained, and I don't have the amount of time to explain it like he did, but if we go back to prehistoric times when we were cavemen and cave women, yeah, you remember those days? Wow, the good old days, right? We basically had to be part of a what? A tribe. If you weren't part of the tribe, you would die. Literally, right? Because you'd get eaten by a woolly mammoth, you'd freeze out in the cold. And the men were the hunters, and the women were the gatherers, and they stayed in the cave and took care of the children, right? So working together as a tribe allowed them to survive. Is this making sense? Now, in today's day and age, we're not gonna die if we're not in our tribe, physically. But if you consider, when you are depressed, when something, big breakdowns happening in your life, what do you usually do? Or what do people usually do? Maybe you don't, but isolate. Can you physically show me what a person looks like when they're very depressed and very sad? Show me with your body, physically. Become very depressed and sad. Show me, what does it look like? You see how everybody hunches over, closes in, makes themselves smaller. And then we begin to isolate and separate ourselves from others, which is exactly what darkness wants. Why? Because when you're alone is when you're most vulnerable, is when the thoughts creep into your mind. And by not having your tribe to lift you up, to support you, then you technically could die. Maybe not physically, but emotionally, spiritually, mentally, right? So, what is true success? As defined by my good friend, the former Navy SEAL, true success, and you might want to write this down, is effective coordination of action with others, with other fellow humans. Effective coordination of action with others. Let me explain it. Let's use this event, for example. It takes a lot of coordination to put on this event. Would you agree? Yes. It takes an army of volunteers to support Summer and Marcelo, the whole entire team, speakers, behind the scenes. Why don't we give them a round of applause for the work they're doing, right? So they're setting up, they're preparing, and let's say, okay, we need to have the presentation ready, we need to have the microphone, and all of a sudden, there's a breakdown. Things don't work. How are they gonna feel? Unsuccessful. But let's pretend, or not pretend, what we've experienced. They met the day before, they had a team meeting, they prayed over each other, they were here at 6:30 in the morning preparing everything, and you guys walked in and had an amazing time. How do they feel? Successful. Because success has nothing to do with what we accumulate or gain or achieve in the future. Success has to do with how you coordinate effective action with others, which means every day, every moment of your life, you can continue to be successful. Is this making sense? If you're parents and you have kids, you have to coordinate to get the kids to school, to soccer practice, to ballet, to whatever it is, right? When it all works out, high five, we're successful, right? That's my Borat voice, for those of you. High five, very nice. You got it, great. So is this making sense? So I really want you to consider, stop if you're thinking, when I get this, I'm gonna be successful, and reframe that to, every day, every moment of my life, how I coordinate action with others allows me to consistently be successful. Is this good? All right. Before I move on, is it okay if I kind of share a little bit about myself? All right. Because I have limited time in this presentation, I'm just going to have a video do it for me. Is that cool? All right, Marcelo, cue up the video. Or I have it on my clicker, or... Damn, I don't feel successful at all. But as soon as it plays, I will. See how I can shift?
His ability to see what's special about you and to be enthusiastic about that and really get you to share that enthusiasm and be excited about your new branding.
And the community that he's created has been really cool. So I've been able to learn a lot of best practices.
The great benefit about working with Rey Perez is that he's going to drive your brand. When he drives your 360 brand, it's going to be a simplistic way to streamline and to organize your message.
The easiest thing about referring Rey is that he has a system and he's going to help people become better. I watch him do it all the time.
The biggest benefit of working with Rey is that he gives you an identity. He gives you a branding that matches with who you are in the world, who you can be in the world.
It's not about do you need to wear a suit, how do you want to make value in the world, try to make you feel you need to celebrate. Because if you don't, then what's the point of working so hard?
3, 2, 1.
The thing that I love best about working with Rey Perez is the fact that he knows what he's doing. And he's been there. I think another thing that I even add onto that is he's tested all of this, right? It's not just a theory for him, it's in practice.
You know, I think the coolest thing about working with Rey is we kind of instantly bonded. We're very similar in entrepreneurship, similar mindsets. I saw his presence, I saw his personal branding, and then he did a speech on branding. So as soon as I saw that, when he asked the audiences if anybody wanted to be involved in what he's doing, it just really eliminated any concerns, and I was more excited than anything.
He really has a desire and heart to give and create win-win-win scenarios, and he really does that, I see, within his team and with his clients, and just how he, approaches his life and his businesses.
I really feel like I came away with a lot of tools and a lot of skills and just a lot of knowledge that I didn't have before, and that was just really everything that I learned from Rey was just pretty impressive.
He is really a brand builder. He helps many entrepreneurs build their brand. Rey's done a great job helping other people, and this is why he's become a fantastic, successful mentor also to many entrepreneurs out in the market. Rey, 2 thumbs up, buddy. Keep up the good work.
I love Rey Perez. He does what he says he'll do. He's a giver.
So that's a little bit about me professionally, but let me share a little bit about me personally, right? So I was originally born in Los Angeles, California, moved to Miami in '94 and been there for over 30 years, and just moved to Salt Lake City, Utah. Anybody from Utah in the house? Wow, I'm the only person from Utah in the house. Anybody from Florida in the house? All right, those are my people. I just had my first beautiful baby girl, Kalia Love, 6 months ago. Yeah. And I'm very passionate about my socially conscious business program that we've created, where we give entrepreneurs and business owners the opportunity to give back and promote their business while they do that. And my mission is to elevate leaders to maximize their influence and monetize their mission. So just by a quick show of hands, anybody in the room an entrepreneur, small business owner, wanting to be in the future? Okay, cool. All right, you're my peeps, all right? So love to connect with you all. I just want to share my core values when it comes to my business, because this is something that's very important to me. And if you are in business or considering it, I'm gonna encourage you, take a screenshot, take a photo, and apply this to your business. Maybe you have core values, you just never physically wrote them down. This would be a great thing to do. And I think in general, for everyone, it would be really great to have written on paper, this is what I believe, right? Especially to share with your kids and people that you work with. So, one of the things I believe is do the right thing at the right time for the right reason all the time. And the quality of our relationships are based on the quality of the questions and communication and commitment. So I really want you to think about that. And I have a mission statement and a vision statement, and this mission statement is my personal mission statement, but I share it with anyone I'm gonna work with. I share it with anyone that wants to become part of my team, and I always ask them, are you in alignment? Because if they're not in alignment, but they have the skill set for the job, I'm still not gonna hire them, because this is more important than the skill set. Is this making sense? So my mission statement is I live my life with integrity. I honor my word. I'm committed to being a positive impact in others' lives. I lead by example. I show love and kindness to all. May everything I say be good and provide value to those around me. And my vision statement for my business is we are the world's leading socially conscious branding and marketing agency that elevates entrepreneurial leaders to maximize their influence and monetize their mission so that they can live their full potential. So this is who I work with, or this is who I choose to work with, right? It's not that I turn anyone away per se, but what I've realized is when I declare who I'm for, I attract the right people. So I share this because sometimes in business, you may have the concern of if I openly share my faith, maybe I will offend someone, or maybe I'll lose a customer or a client, or I won't have as much business. Has anyone kind of had that little bit of thought trickle into your mind? I know I did for a long time. And I'm gonna tell you this, be bold about your faith. All right, you don't need to make anyone feel uncomfortable per se, right? There's a line that we can cross and be a little bit too pushy with our faith, but do not hide anything. Declare who you're for and what you believe, and you will attract the right people. And I know I do every single time, all right? And I really care about entrepreneurs who want to monetize their mission and make an impact, because making the impact is actually even more important than making money. Is this making sense? Now, why is it so important to make money? Say that louder. To give it away. The more money I make, the more money I can give. At the beginning of the year, instead of setting our goals for how much the company wants to make, we set our goals and how much we want to give this year. And then we calculate backwards and say, okay, this is how much we need to make so that we can give. So I'm gonna encourage you, if you're setting financial goals, possibly reframe and consider setting your financial goals based on your giving goals. So make it about them, not about you. Is this making sense? Yeah. Awesome. So this is what I specialize in for those of you in the room who may consider working with me and my team. Personal branding, building trust, credibility, and authority. So when I talk about building your personal brand, what I'm really saying is build your trust, credibility, and authority. Because that's what's gonna attract people to you. They're gonna wanna work with you and refer you. Is this making sense? And this goes for everyone in life, right? The more trustworthy, the more credible, the more authority you have, the more influence. And the more influence you have, the more impact you can make. And this is why this skill set of one-to-many communication called speaking is one of the most powerful skill sets on the planet. You can't think of one leader in history that wasn't a speaker, that didn't do some type of communication. Maybe Mother Teresa and Gandhi can get away with it, but other than that, for the most part. And this is why I honor Summer so much in her stepping up to the plate to teach others how to speak and how to effectively communicate and use this gift and this power to make a great impact in the world. So if that's something that you've been thinking about it, make sure you see Summer, make sure you talk to her, because this is a very, very powerful skill set that has really transformed my life. All right, I'm gonna play a quick video because he can can say it better than I can, all right?
Number one, put God first. Put God first in everything you do. Everything that you think you see in me, everything that I've accomplished, everything that you think I have, and I have a few things, everything that I have is by the grace of God. Understand that. It's a gift. 40 years ago, March 27th, 1975, it was 40 years ago, just this past March, I was flunking out of college. I had a 1.7 grade point average. I hope none of you can relate. I had a 1.7 grade point average. I was sitting in my mother's beauty shop. They still call it beauty shop now? What they call it now? Yeah, I was sitting in the beauty parlor. I was sitting in my mother's beauty parlor, and I'm looking in the mirror, and I see behind me this woman under the dryer. And every time she looked up, every time I looked up, she was looking at me, just looking me in the eye. And I didn't know who she was, and I said, she said, somebody give me a pen, give me a pencil, I have a prophecy. March 27, 1975, she said, boy, you are gonna travel the world and speak to millions of people. Now mind you, I was flunked out of college. I'm thinking about joining the army. I didn't know what I was gonna do, and she's telling me I'm gonna travel the world and speak to millions of people. Well, I have traveled the world, and I have spoke to millions of people. But that's not the most important thing, the success that I had. The most important thing is that what she taught me and what she told me that day has stayed with me since. I've been protected, I've been directed, I've been corrected. I've kept God in my life and has kept me humble. I didn't always stick with him, but he always stuck with me. So stick with him in everything you do. If you think you want to do what you think I've done, then do what I've done and stick with God. Number two, fail big. That's right. Fail big. Today's the beginning of the rest of your life, and it can be very frightening. It's a new world out there. It's a mean world out there, and you only live once. So do what you feel passionate about. Take chances professionally. Don't be afraid to fail. There's an old IQ test, was 9 dots, and you had to draw 5 lines with a pencil within these 9 dots without lifting the pencil. The only way to do it was to go outside the box. So don't be afraid to go outside the box. Don't be afraid to think outside the box. Don't be afraid to fail big, to dream big. But remember, dreams without goals are just dreams, and they ultimately fuel disappointment. So have dreams, but have goals. Life goals, yearly goals, monthly goals, daily goals. I try to give myself a goal every day. Sometimes it's just to not curse somebody out. Simple goals, but have goals. And understand that to achieve these goals, you must apply discipline and consistency. In order to achieve your goals, you must apply discipline, which you have already done, and consistency every day, not just on Tuesday and miss a few days. You have to work at it every day. You have to plan every day. You've heard the saying, we don't plan to fail, we fail to plan. Hard work works. Working really hard is what successful people do. And in this text, tweet, twerk world that you've grown up in, remember, just because you're doing a lot more doesn't mean you're getting a lot more done. Remember that. Just because you're doing a lot more doesn't mean you're getting a lot more done. Don't confuse movement with progress. My mother told me, she said, yeah, because you can run in place all the time and never get anywhere. So continue to strive, continue to have goals, continue to progress. Number 3, you'll never see a U-Haul behind a hearse. I'll say it again. You'll never see a U-Haul behind a hearse. I don't care how much money you make, you can't take it with you. And it's not how much you have, it's what you do with what you have. We all have different talents. Some of you will be doctors, some lawyers, some scientists, some educators, some nurses, some teachers. Yeah, okay. Some preachers. The most selfish thing you can do in this world is help someone else. Why is it selfish? Because the gratification, the goodness that comes to you, the good feeling that I get from helping others, nothing's better than that. Not jewelry, not big house I have, not the cars, but it's the joy. That's where the joy is in helping others. That's where the success is. Finally, I pray that you put your slippers way under the bed tonight, so that when you wake up in the morning, you have to get on your knees to reach them. And while you're down there, say thank you for grace. Thank you for mercy. Thank you for understanding. Thank you for wisdom. Thank you for parents. Thank you for love. Thank you for kindness. Thank you for humility. Thank you for peace. Thank you for prosperity. Say thank you in advance for what's already yours. That's how I live my life. That's why I am. One of the reasons why I am today. Say thank you in advance for what is already yours. True desire in the heart for anything good is God's proof to you, sent beforehand to indicate that it's yours already. I'll say it again. True desire in the heart, that itch that you have, whatever it is you want to do, that thing that you want to do to help others and to grow and to make money, that desire, that itch, that's God's proof to you, sent beforehand already to indicate that it's yours. And anything you want good, you can have. So claim it. Work hard to get it. When you get it, reach back. Pull someone else up. Each one, teach one. Don't just aspire to make a living. Aspire to make a difference.
So, I love this video. Let's give him a round of applause, right? So I couldn't have said that better myself, right? So I'd rather just play the video. And what's so interesting is I told Summer, like, I have a couple different videos that I want to play, and a special one from Denzel Washington. So I need some more time in my presentation because I got like 18 minutes of video. She's like, that's the same exact video I played too. I was like, oh, okay. See, great minds think alike. So I want to talk about being a giver, right? Who here feels that they are a giver, right? Now, who knows about the 5 love languages? Okay, so gift giving is my love language. So I'm literally a giver. That's like what brings me joy and fulfills me. And I know not everyone's like that. But I will say through the power of giving is the best way to receive. You will never be more fulfilled by anything material in this world like the way you will be fulfilled by serving others. And something I'm very passionate about is the socially conscious business program that we've created, which I'm going to share with you in a moment. And this came because I've always been a giver. I've always given back. And then I started making it part of my business. But one day I started realizing, instead of making giving part of my business, why don't I lead with giving in my business? And that's when everything started shifting. So I'll share with that in just a moment, but I want to go back to the breakdowns and how they lead to breakthroughs. Has anyone here ever gone to the gym, ever done any type of workout? Yeah? Okay, good amount of you. All right. What's the old saying? No pain, no gain, right? So I want to give you an analogy of what at least helped me understand how God uses these breakdowns and these challenges and these low moments in our life to actually prepare us for what he has in store for us. And what I've experienced, realized, and come to understand very clearly is that God has amazing things in store for each and every one of us. And they're sitting right there in the future waiting for us. But there's one little thing. We have to be prepared to receive it. Anybody know what I'm talking about? Yeah? Okay. So, is it possible for you to be at a very low moment in your life, having a breakdown, and still be happy, still be joyful? Yes, it is. The same way, could you be in an amazing, happy situation and not feeling good, feeling down? Yes. Why? Because everything comes down to what we focus on. Write that down. What I focus on. The power of manifestation is real. We are all creator gods. And manifestation is the way we create. Now, how do we create? We first think about what we want or what we don't want. And the more time you spend thinking about it, the more energy you give it, the more you share it with others, the faster it will manifest and come into realization, right? Which the mind can conceive, the mind can achieve. Why? Because it's our connection to Spirit, right? And through Holy Spirit and through God, us being children of God, we are God, right? The same way that if you went to the ocean and scooped a cup of water and took it home, would that still be considered the ocean? Yes, of course, but it's not the ocean. Does that make sense? So we are all God as a cupful, right, of God. We are not the God. So we can do anything through God. Is this making sense? Now, for us to be able to manifest, to create anything we want, there is a process, there is a formula. And some of us know it, some of us don't, and some of us forget it. Anybody forgotten it and gotten stuck? I know I have. So the formula is simple. Number one, always focus on what you want. Number two, always be grateful for what you have. Regardless of how much or how little you have, always be grateful for what you have. And number three, always give and share with others. So number one, focus on what you want. You're driving your car down the street, light's green. Please don't get me a red light. Please don't get me a red light. Please. Oh my God, a red light. You manifested that. So what should we do instead? Stay green, stay green, stay green, stay green, stay green. Right? And what happens if you're still stay green, stay green? Oh, it turned red. Thank you. There might have been something on the other side that you just prevented me from hitting or getting stuck. Why? Because it's not on our time. Repeat with me. It's not on our time. It's in God's time. And you always have to remember that. We can manifest anything we want, but we have to remember it's not on our time, and it's not always the way we want it. And it reminds me of this awesome commercial where the guy gets the genie and he pops out and he has, your wish is my command. He says, I want $1 million, and 1 million male deer appear outside of his house. You got exactly what you wanted, right? And I've come to learn, at least in my experience, right, that God and Holy Spirit is very literal. Like, super, like, they don't get what you mean. You know, you have those friends, it's like, but that's not what you said. Yeah, but that's what I meant. But that's not what you said, right? So, Spirit is very literal. So you need to be clear on what you want. I want $1 million. You got exactly what you asked for because you weren't clear. Is this making sense? So write this down. We need to be clear in what we want. Now, some people ask me, but Ray, okay, I can focus on what I want, but I'm still going to have challenges. I'm still going to have situations in my life that are breakdown. How do I not think about that? How do I not focus on that? Well, it is true that you're going to have lots of breakdowns in your life. And it's true that you can't just ignore them. You do have to deal with them, but how you deal with them makes all the difference. For example, you're driving down the road, you get a flat tire. You get out of the car, you can say, oh gosh darn it, kick the tire, stub your toe, I can't believe this, right? Or you can get out of the car and say, thank God I have AAA, thank God I have a tire in the back, thank God I can call someone to pick me up, or maybe God's keeping me on the side of the road because there's an accident down the road. It's all about how you think and focus about the situation. And what I really truly want to share with you is how to reframe how we deal with breakdowns in our life, because it will affect how you feel every day of your life. And how do we want to feel? Good. We want to feel happy. We want to feel joyful. Regardless of the circumstances, we can always be happy. We can always feel good. We can always be in joy. So, what I've come to understand, what I believe, is that God puts breakdowns in our life intentionally. Why? Because he's preparing us. Like Denzel said, there is something waiting in your future, and it's there, but you can't get to it yet until you're prepared. And that's when these breakdowns happen. That's when these challenges happen. And I love the analogy of working out, because I've worked out a little bit in my life. And if you're a bodybuilder, what you need to do is you need to go into the gym, you need to work out, you lift so that you can tear your muscle. And through tearing your muscle, it rebuilds and it gets stronger. And that's exactly what God does in our lives with our breakdowns. He breaks us down to build us up stronger. Just like a bodybuilder. So when I'm in the gym, I'm like, oh God, it hurts so much. And then I'm thinking, it's growing. It's getting stronger. So for those of you that are maybe right now in your life going through some challenging situations, I want you to know this. The more challenging the situation is, the bigger the reward God is preparing you for. So you could be right now going through such a challenging situation and still know in the center of your heart that good is coming, and and you're being prepared, and you can be grateful for it. Thank you, God, for this challenge. Thank you for this opportunity. As painful as it is, I know that you are preparing me for something greater in store. And how you will go through that challenge will be completely different than the individuals who are, woe is me, I can't believe, and may never receive God's blessing that's in store because they did not actually go through the challenge the way God wanted them to. Is this making sense? So when I say breakdown, I want you to say breakthrough. Breakdown. 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 Anyone going through a breakdown right now? Wow, we got a really blessed room. Nobody else is going through it. I don't care. It could be a little, everybody's going through some type of breakdown. That is your workout for the week, month, quarter, or year. Everybody's working out at some degree, right? Some heavier than others. Say thank you. Say thank you for the preparation of what's in store. And that will change how you operate your life. That will change how you feel, and how you feel, the energy that you give out affects others. So this isn't just for you. What you focus on and how you feel actually affects everyone around you. So if you don't take this advice for yourself, do it for your family. Do it for your friends. Do it for your congregation. Know that focus on what you want with clarity, always be in an attitude of gratitude, and always give back. Always serve others. Is this good? Yeah. You with me on this? Yeah. All right. So I've built a lot of brands in my 20 years of business. These are just some of the brands. There's like 20 on here. I think we're like at 27 brands total. These are all my brands. These are not my clients. These are not the people I've worked with. These are my personal brands that I've built. And notice, what does it say at the top? God first, money follows. If you go to any of my social medias, if you go to my house, there's a big painting that says, God first, money will follow. Always put God first. All the success, everything I have, it's because of God. When I work with my clients and we sit there and I coach them, I say, all right, I'm going to ask you a few questions. I'm going to listen and I'm going to download. And I'm just going to channel for you. And it's been something I've been doing for many, many years, well over a decade. And I'm very clear that I am so good at what I do because my Father speaks through me every time I do it. Is this making sense? I've written a few books. Couple books. Any authors in the house? Yeah? I know we got Patricio in the back and his wife. If anybody's considering becoming an author, come see them. They're amazing. They'll support you in writing a book. I believe everybody should write a book at least once in their life. And if you don't know how or have never thought of it, go see them. They can help you with that. And it's all about spreading your what? Your message, right? We all been put on this planet to make a difference. We all have a calling. But the only way to do that is to get the message out, right? Books a way to get a message out. Speaking's a way to get a message out. Videos, social media. There is no greater time than the present for you to get the message out. So what I want to share is our socially conscious business partnership program, where I created a charity called Influence with Love several years ago. It's all about supporting underprivileged youth, teaching them entrepreneurship skills, mentoring them, giving them love. And we do this all around the world, not just in the United States. We've been to Guatemala, we've been to Dominican Republic, Mexico, Colombia. I love to travel. I've been to 32 countries. Any other fellow travelers in the house? Yeah? All right. So I believe as Americans, we don't travel enough. And as you travel and you experience different cultures, it really expands your mind and your heart. And something that I've been passionate about is how to contribute more to the kids through our charity. So I've integrated it into my business, but I asked myself, how can I get more people to support and give? It's not that they don't want to, it's just that they are usually too busy. So we created the Socially Conscious Business Partnership Program so that we could actually give entrepreneurs and business owners marketing to help them promote themselves, their brand in the business, to show the world that they're socially conscious, and in turn, we can support the kids. So I just thought to myself, practice what you preach. What if I can give to you so that you can give to them? And that's what we created. So let me play this quick video so you can learn about the program.
Want your business to grow and give back at the same time. Introducing the Socially Conscious Business Partnership Program.
where entrepreneurs like you make a powerful impact by leading with love. Partner with Influence with Love, a nonprofit organization in various countries dedicated to serving underprivileged children and youth, and make a tangible difference in their lives. By supporting their development through entrepreneurship skills, self-belief coaching, and passion-driven inspiration, you'll also receive premium, cause-based branding and marketing services for your business and brand. Support our mission in 3 powerful ways. Donate your time through volunteering. Share your talent by offering your unique skills, or give your treasure financially. As an official partner, every contribution earns you points. Redeem these points for valuable collaterals that showcase your impact, such as a graphic package, social media package, email campaign, webpage testimonial video, podcast interview, magazine feature, book chapter, and even a talk show interview. Lead with love and become a socially conscious business partner today.
All right, so pull out your cell phones, everybody. So I want to stay connected with you, and I'd love to request your support for our nonprofit and for a socially conscious business. You may not be a business owner, but you may know someone who's an entrepreneur or business owner, or you might just want to participate and support. So scan the QR code, click the text button, and text me your full name and your best email. Now let's see who's got the fastest internet in the room. All right. Let's see. Okay. Let's see who's going to be first. Okay, whoa, Joe, number 1. We got Kelly. We got, oh, now they're coming in too fast. Rebecca, Josh, Michelle, Larissa, Melanie, Mandy, Alicia, Gary, Lauren, Heather, Kendall, Victoria. Whoa, wow, there's just so fast now. Dory, Stephen, Wanda, Dawn, Brandy, Eric, Shelly, Pan, Stephen, Jill, Cherie. All right, who's got the slowest internet in the room? Emily, Abigail. All right. So I appreciate that. Wait. So please, if you are an entrepreneur business owner and want to connect and learn more about personal branding, just reply with the word brand so I can have my team send you my actual full presentation on how to build your personal brand. For those of you that would like to support the SCB, just reply with SCB so that I can have my team send you some information on that. And anybody who just wants to hang out and have a conversation, just say hello and chat with me. All right? So I'm going to end with a miracle. Wow, they're still coming in. All right. Polly, Leslie, Tara, Nicole, Barb, Grace, Marlene, Danielle, Lisa, Andrew. All right. Has anyone ever experienced a true miracle? All right, I knew there would be some in this room. And realize we experience miracles every single day of our life. Every day that you wake up, open your eyes, and realize that you're breathing is a miracle. Just remember that. But has anyone experienced a miracle where it's like, there's no way this couldn't have happened? You prayed to God and all of a sudden it happens, right? So I got the extreme honor to be able to document a miracle that I experienced. And I promised that if God answered my prayer, I would share it with the world. So would it be okay if I share my miracle story? All right, here we go.
I have officially run out of gas on the turnpike. Nearest gas station is 10 miles away. I'm on zero. And because my BMW i8 is a hybrid, I also have electricity. I've officially run out of my electricity as well. I'm on zero. Somehow I literally prayed to God. I said, God, if you can let me start this car and drive at 30, 40 miles an hour on the side of the road and get me to that gas station 10 miles away on zero, like I will share this story with the world. You may or may not know I'm a very faith-based person. I have it in my business, in my life, and everything I do. So my communication and my connection with the Lord is strong. And situations like this, I'm always, praying and asking the Lord and having a real conversation, not just like an every once in a while, but an always conversation. And I would say he always delivers. But in this type of situation, like there's no way that this car right now, with no gas, with no electricity, should be running right now at, I'm literally going 67 miles. I'm actually gonna get off the side of the road and I'm gonna drive on the actual freeway right now. I'm going 67, it's a 70, so I'm literally going pretty much at speed limit, which is pretty slow for me, especially the way I was driving, which is why I ran out of gas in the first place. But long story short, I'm driving right now, 70 miles an hour. I'll show it to you. And look at my dashboard. Look at my dashboard. I'm driving 71 miles an hour. There is 0 miles in the gas, 0 miles on the electric. There is no way that this car, forget about running, there's no way this car should be even able to be turned on at this moment like this. There is no question whatsoever that this is an act of God. There's no possibility other than that. Literally driving on a prayer. No joke. Literally said, God, please, if you can get me to that gas station. And by the way, it's my birthday today. And I stall out with no gas and no electricity, right? With both of them. So I'm shooting this video because the car started and I was already amazed with the car starting. And now the car's driving, and it's driving even faster than it was when I stalled out in the first place. I said, God, please, I am faithful to you always. Show me that you are real, that you exist, that you answer prayers. Show me something that I can prove as a miracle that is not possible if it wasn't for you. And I'm literally, I think right now, 5 miles away. I don't know if I'm gonna make it all the way. The fact that this is already driving, I'm already impressed, but if I make it all the way, there is no doubt, there is no question whatsoever that this is a miracle. Maybe you're looking for a miracle in your life. Maybe there's some things going on, that there's a lot of stuff that's happening in this world right now. And I'm telling you right now, if you pray to God and you are faithful in your actions, in the way that you operate with others and the world, I give faithfully every single week to my church. I tithe my 10% and above. People ask me sometimes like, why do you give so much? I'm like, because that's what we're supposed to do. And I have faith that when moments like this in my life happen and I'm stuck, that I know because of my faithfulness, because of who God is, I can ask and I will receive. And I can tell you right now, I am. It's literally God is pushing my car, pulling my car, guiding my car to the nearest gas station, which was 10 miles away when I took off on this video. I believe I'm like 3 miles away at this point. So if this happens, it's a miracle and it is proven to me, and I am clear, and I will share it with everyone in the world. That's what's happening right this second. That's what I asked, and straight up being delivered, and miracle in the making. You're experiencing it. Okay, here we go. Look at this. I'm telling you right now, 10 miles away, 0 gas, 0 electricity, literally driving on a prayer because it's my birthday. I said, God, don't let me get stuck on the side of the road. Please allow me to get to this gas station. Show me a miracle on my birthday. And sure enough, here, look, you are witness to the entire thing. I made it. I freaking made it. Look at this. 0, 0, like just little dashes. Not even, it doesn't even say 0. And I'm here at the gas station. Amen. Miracles do happen. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Lord. Oh my God. Amazing.
That's awesome. What I didn't say in there is when I ran out of gas and electricity, right, because it slowly happened. It didn't just happen. I pulled over and I was about to call AAA. Because I was like, all right, I'm out of gas, I'm out of electricity. I have AAA, I'm going to call them and come. And I just said, no, today is my birthday. I am not going to sit here for 2 hours waiting for freaking AAA to come bring me gas. And I literally sat there and I prayed. I said, all right, I'm going to try. And I said, God, please, just prove it to me, please. I have no idea. And I drove 10 miles on empty. There is no reserve tank. I used a reserve tank, everything. So I share this because it was such an amazing experience on my birthday to be able to have this and be able to record it and then share it. So if you have any miracle stories, share them. Share them with everyone. Document them. This is pinned on my Instagram at the very top. I encourage you to do the same. All right. Again, if you want to connect with me about branding, marketing, text the word brand. If you want to connect about the SCB for the socially conscious business, text that right now. And I want to end with this. No matter where you're at in your life, no matter how successful you believe you are or want to be, everything's about how you operate in the moment, in the now. A lot of us are living in the past, and some of us are living in the future. But focus on what's happening right now. And there is no better place that you could be right now than in this event with all these amazing people, Summer, Marcelo, and the entire team. Once again, can we give them a round of applause for putting this together? Thank you guys so much. And I want to share a really cool piece of information that I actually love. Is that okay? Yes. Have you noticed in the world that everything revolves around threes? There's 3 packages to choose from. There's a 90-day challenge. There's a 3-step does anybody know why, as humans, we're so attracted and connected to threes? Anybody? The Trinity is one that was a very strong one, but there's one even greater than that. Anybody know? Because we live in threes. Time, past, present, and future. We live in threes. Our life is in threes. But which one should we be living in? The present. And if you ask any psychologist or anybody that knows about the human mind, our subconscious is usually running the show the majority of the time. So we need to remind our subconscious mind who's running the show and focusing on what we want to manifest and create. So that not only can we be happier, be feeling better, but we can make a difference and serve others. So with that, I want to thank you, appreciate you, and I want to thank Summer and the entire team. And I'm not sure what's next, but thank you, everyone. Microphone. All right, let's give Summer another round of applause.
You know why I had to grab a microphone? All right, I'm gonna make a joke at preachers, and then Steven's gonna laugh really hard. Because he has 3 minutes, and he had 4 solid minutes left on his timer. And preachers go at least 4 solid minutes over every time, or 30. And I forgot he's from the professional speaking world of what I teach my speaker clients. So this is why this is crazy, because in the business world, if you want to be asked back to speak, you don't go even 2 seconds over your time. It's like a no. Absolute no. So that's the world he's from. But I'm sitting back there going, he got 4 solid minutes. I'm good. I'm about to get up, get my water. And then he's like, and thank you, Summer. I'm like, oh my gosh, he's done.
Wanted to make her run a little bit.
This is what's so crazy, because you guys know that we're a unicorn? This event does not exist unless, have you been to an event like this? I mean, you were like, that was amazing last night.
Yeah, that was my favorite part last night.
This is such a hybrid event. We've just created this hybrid event because at Faith Conference, Steve, you wouldn't have a Rey Perez, right? And then Steve, I haven't seen you preach at like the business conferences that Rey speaks at. It's such an amazing hybrid, and I love it so much. And I'm glad you like it half as much as I do. So I'm learning. I'm like literally learning, how do you host something where you're combining all of the elements? So you're amazing. I don't know about the rest of you speaker clients for a second. Were you just like drooling over his presentation and all his videos? And I was watching you literally like check all the boxes of the things that we teach. So it was really neat to see somebody of your caliber up here.
Thank you.
Yeah. Can you guys like stand up one more time for Rey? Like, woo! Because I wasn't up here. I was also sitting in the back, and I was like, next go round when we make a lot of money, team, can I please hire Rey to be my brand guy? Like, you are unreal. You can sit back down. I've actually never seen him speak live, so I haven't seen all that slide deck and everything. Everything he does is branded better than anyone I've ever seen in the business industry. And hello, I've been to those $30,000 masterminds. I've been to ClickFunnels. I've been to all the things. I've never seen anyone on Russell Brunson's stage have a presentation as good as what you just did. Like, what a blessing. And he said, God told me to come here and sow in his time. You guys do not want to know the paycheck you have to write to get him to speak on stage. And he did not ask for a dime. He said, the Lord just said to go and sow. Yeah. I'm gonna cry.
So I'd like to bless you with something, if that's okay.
No, there's not a chair. Why is there not a chair?
So we do branding packages for all our entrepreneur clients, ranging from $5,000 all the way to $50,000. And I just feel moved to support you and what you're doing, especially in this space. So I'd like to gift you a $50,000 branding package.
I told you I needed it.
I'm going to let her just sit here for a minute. This is good. Rey, you can come with me. She's okay.
Hold on, I'm just going to talk from here, and someone will get me a chair.
Can I get a blanket?
I want to tell you what I was saying in the back to Lauren, because I feel like, and I'm sure the Lord already told you this, and I don't even know how to say thank you and what it means to me and why. I was telling Lauren that about 8 years ago, I was working for a network marketing company, and I was at their convention with like 30 or 40,000 people, and they had the 22 rock stars that make millions of dollars a year, and they had the very different lanyards. And one of them, I was helping with her children, and so I got the same lanyard with the color and the tag and all the things. And it took me like a whole day of walking around just being who I am and praying for strangers and praying for the woman in the bathroom and all the things. It took all day to realize. I kept thinking like, wow, my anointing is really good today, because people were just leaning in and they were receiving. And instead of me going to people, people were coming to me. And I didn't realize until the end of the day, it's this tag. It's this tag. And I was explaining to Lauren in the back that we live in a programmed society where we are drawn to fame and fortune. And I used to never tell anybody that I had made my first 6 figures as a coach in 6 months. And I never wanted to put online when I hit 7 figures. I mean, we still haven't even gotten my ClickFunnels award, let alone put it on my wall. And we qualified for it. And so what I told Lauren is, I tell the Lord, like, Lord, I want 5 million followers. And I want to make 8 figures to do all the things that you said and give it away. But also because I know that people lean in and they laser in to that, and then I can just get Jesus all over them. We put people on a pedestal, and I just want to be on a bigger pedestal because I just want that. I'm just telling you guys, they listen more. If you love or hate Trump, it doesn't matter. But if he was talking to you, you're like, oh my gosh, I am talking to the President of the United States. If I told you I had a preacher here who has 5 million YouTube followers, you guys are going to be like, whoa, 5 million. And so that's my heart's desire. And I sat back there and I said, man, I really, really hope our next run of ads for the speaker program bring in extra money, because I so wish I had somebody like Ray that would help me promote my brand. I literally just said that back there, and I don't even know how to thank you or what to say. I would have. Last year when we had 7 figures, we did really good. And we had a lot of money, and I would have been able to write you that check and pay in full. But you guys, we have personally poured in hundreds of thousands of dollars for the TV show that has never made back a dime. In this last season, I almost stopped coaching because it was really financially challenging. And many times I'm like, I think maybe we're at the end of it. So if I had a 50,000, I'd be like, I'm in, and I don't. And I don't know. I'm a wreck. I don't know what to say about your generosity, Ray, or what I did to deserve it, but thank you.
How do I follow that? Well, thank you. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you. You guys that have been around for a long time know, like, Summer and I are going to keep pushing. And it's when people walk alongside us that is a real reminder that we're doing God's work. I know I shared with a couple people, like, I've really been struggling with the Bible TV show. For those that don't know, like she just said, we give. And this year I was really like, Lord, do I really need to do this? Do I really need to put it on TV again? I don't see anything. And as I'm doing that with my team, we get the call about 2.3 million views this year alone. So Ray, thank you. Thank you for being a tool for the Lord. Because I feel like a lot of times we go to that point. I started the day going like the meeting with, my pride gets in the way. I want it to look a certain way. The Zoom not working, I want it to look a certain way. It's about getting out of my pride. It's about recognizing there are soldiers that God put here before us. There are warriors that are warring every day before us. And it's time for us to say, okay, I'll follow direction, and I'll follow, and I'll take lead. So thank you for taking the lead and setting up so many people ahead of us. Thank you for taking the lead and proving time and again that you are a brand expert. Like, I can listen to you with honor and respect, and I know I'll do what you say because you have the fruit. The Lord will test us on our fruit, right? It's our fruit. There's a reason my kids are working. I want you to see that our fruit is good fruit. It's so important to us. So thank you for being good fruit. I'm supposed to talk about sponsors. If you guys haven't yet, we're going to go to a break here in a little bit. I really want to encourage you guys. Go check out the Blessing Boutique. Go spend a minute or two with Ray. Like, you just saw his heart. Holy cow. If you guys are interested in authors and books and stuff, Lily, bring the house lights up a little bit. There's a booth back over there with Danielle and Patricio. They'll tell you how to tell your story. Like, they do magic. Go talk to them. Our merch table's over there. Guys, don't make me go home with merch. Please, go buy some merch. Are you guys having a good time? Are you willing to pivot? Are you willing to pivot in your life? Okay, so let's play some music. Let's do a 15-minute break. Go check out the sponsors. I feel like I missed somebody else. Switchaway's back there. Switchaway's back there. Get rid of those toxic products in your home. Go check that out. We'll be back in 15 minutes. It's 11:19 Central, 7:20. So let's say 15, 11:45, 11:35. Is that right? 11:35. We'll be back. I'll play music in a second. 15 minutes. We'll be back. Do 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 do. Get up and walk.